everybody, Metalios here. I'm going to show you how to get Mids running on macOS Catalina. I know everybody's been wanting to be able to use it on Catalina. Prior, it's always been 32-bit. Well, with the Apple releasing Catalina and Big Sur, you can no longer run 32-bit programs. Also, Mids Reborn, I have stopped supporting 32-bit several months ago. I believe we finally discontinued it. Last release was 2.6.1, I believe. But anyway, this will get you the newest version, 3.04.7, up and running on macOS Catalina, and let's jump into it. First things first, let's just verify that this is a Catalina. All right, 10.15.5. Perfect. So you're going to need to do two things here. First thing is obviously go to our website, midsreborn.com, download that setup executable. So we're going to go here. We're just going to go to midsreborn.com. You would scroll down here. I chose this one and downloaded it. I already have everything downloaded, so I'm not going to repeat these steps, but you would click here, download the installer. And then you are going to go to github.com/gcenx/wineskin-server/releases. And that's going to take you to this page here. It'll say pre-release for testing. Do note that reason for the pre-release is because Wineskin is still in RC. Excuse me, version 2.9.07 is in RC. It is still just a release candidate, but it is working. Nothing to fear there. You can continue to use this for as long as you need to. Just skip past all this here. And the only thing you're really going to want from this page is click this little assets right here, is download this right here. This is the patched version of Wineskin Winery in order to use the crossover version of Wine that is required. All right, so go ahead and download that. As I said, I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to do that. All right, here we go. And I extracted the TXT file, and you can see Wineskin Winery right here. What we're going to do is we're just going to double click on that. Let it run up, and this will probably say no engines installed for you. Might not be anything here. Wrapper version isn't going to have anything here. Just click the plus, just like I did there. From the drop-down, select your version. You are going to want WS11 Wine CX 64-bit. If it is not 64-bit, this will not work. Catalina cannot run 32-bit programs. So just verify that that is set to 64-bit. Perfect. This will probably say no wrapper found. Go ahead and just click update, let it download and install. Once that's done, we're going to click create new blank wrapper. We're going to name our wrapper. I'm going to call it MRB. Hit OK. You see the little spinning there. This might take a few moments. It's going to create our wrapper with our preferences. We are going to be using a 64-bit wine prefix, which is what this is doing for us as well. So just hang tight and we'll get back into it. You see where the wine configuration is being updated. That's exactly what we want. Now, you may or may not get a couple pop-ups during this phase where it's going to ask you to install Gecko components. If you do, go ahead and install them. They're used for HTTP. All right, as you can see here, uh, it doesn't create the wrapper in its normal location. It's normally they would create all your applications would go here in applications. Instead, this is going to go to users, your username, applications, wineskin. Just click view wrapper in Finder. Double click, run that. Click on advanced. Go to tools, run wine tricks. We're going to update the wine tricks. Tell it yes. We're going to click DLLs. We're going to scroll down to .NET 4.8 and we're going to install it. It will take a little while to install that. It's going to install .NET 4 and then do a roll up to 4.8. It's perfectly fine. It will take a while. So during this install, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and I'll be back. Hey guys, I just wanted to point out something real quick while it's installing here. When it comes to this part where it says preparing, it's going to appear that it's just hanging because it might take anywhere between 10, 20, 25 minutes depending on your system to install all this. It's not actually hung up. Just let it run. It will complete. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again, and I'll be back as soon as it's done. All right, I am back. And I went ahead and click close now that it finished doing the install of .NET 4.8. Back at the tools menu. So don't close out of this just yet. I do recommend clicking refresh wrapper when done. I did that already myself. We're going to go ahead and click on install software. Choose setup executable. Go to downloads and choose that MRB setup that you downloaded earlier. And this will take it a couple moments. It should start running here in just a second. There it goes. Now, some of this may be faster depending on your system. Like I said, I'm running Catalina inside of a VM currently. So those of you using actual Macs, I imagine this would be a lot faster. All right, gonna go ahead and click on next. Just gonna default through it all. Next, accept, next. That's fine. You can leave that how it is. Next, install. Yeah, I know the setup looks a little funky. Again, this is Wine. It's not actual Windows, so that's why you're seeing things kind of like this highlighted area right here. Mainly it's just due to the theme of the installer itself. Will have no bearing on your actual install. All right, I'm just going to leave that unchecked. Click Finish. It's going to finish up here. There it goes. It'll say no new executable failed. No, it didn't. Hit OK. Click Cancel. This is where you need to set what you want it to run when you run that link. Otherwise, you're just going to come right back to here. So we're going to go to configuration. We're going to see where it says see nothing. We're going to change that. Go browse. Go to our users folder. Our user, applications, winescan, MRB. That's where you're here. So drive C. We know it's in users. We know it's going to be in crossover. We know it's going to be in application data, reborn team, Mids Reborn. There's our executable. Choose that. You can set this if you want. It doesn't really matter. Those of you that want an icon, I'll be happy to provide one for you. Associate extensions, let's go ahead and do that. So let's just click the plus. We're going to tell it MXD for our build files. Click save. Make sure you choose it. There you go. And that's it. You just close it. We're going to click close again. We don't need any of that open. I'm going to double click on that. Oh, excuse me. I missed a very important step. So let's click on downloads here, right click up there, users. There's our wineskin. Okay. That doesn't exist. That was from an old one. Quick action. I know I moved that rather than running it the way I should have. And we can put it back. That's not a big deal. Oh. Could not get part of path. Yep. Quit. That's because I moved it. Now, I recommend creating a shortcut for this. There it goes. As you can see, starting to load. Again, this is probably going to be slower on this system as it's a VM. It's just a dual core. So nothing very fancy. Your actual MacBooks will probably be a lot faster. And there we go. See, we're loaded up. We're using the latest version, 3.047. I'm going to click File, Open. I believe I still have a build file on the system. Click OK, tell it Allow. I do. Perfect. Click Open. It'll take it a second on my system. Again, Wine on macOS or Linux, it's not perfect. These things were originally meant to run on Windows-based systems, but this will get you where you want to go. Now you can see the build's loading up. And there you have it. You now have a fully functional Mids Reborn 3.0.4.7 running on macOS Catalina. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, give me a like, do subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.